Hello lovelies, here we go again. Second read for the night. If you haven't had a look at the first read, I've just done a love reading. It's an awesome love reading because it's about everything I ever wanted, but it's still aligned with this timing and this period that we're in around Mercury retrograde. Just reminding you that there are some things that need to be closed out and done properly before you move on to the next chapter. So that's what that love reading is about. Very interesting. Alright, I've got my healing deck out for this second read. And because I'm a Gemini doing a read under a Gemini moon, not that I can see the moon, I keep going out to look for it, but it's not showing their face to me yet. A bit cloudy here in Sydney, so I hope I'm going to see her tonight. Okay, let's get on with this read. Thank you for joining me tonight. What is it that we need to know, please, Spirit, in terms of our collective's self-healing? Oh, look, self-love. Alright, so that's the first card. What else does our collective need to know, please, Spirit? What else does our collective need to know? Heart-led. Oh, actually, no, that needs to stay in there. I've got some new cards. Forgot about that. I'm rewriting this deck. So this is my deck that I've written and illustrated. And I'm adding some new cards in. And the new cards that I've added in are really powerful messages from my soul that I got some downloads on last week. So I've added them in. Health. Just two more, please, Spirit. What else do we need to finish up with? Oh, it's one of the new cards. Soul contract. See what I mean? That's like a really powerful card that we'll talk about. And I hope that Spirit gives me the right language and words to talk to you about that tonight, because it's such an important message that goes with that card. One more, please, Spirit. Opening doors. All right. So we've got self-love, we've got heart-led, health, which is about the body movement, emotional well-being. We've got soul contracts, and we've got opening doors. I'm going to show you the images on here too, because they're really lovely. Of course they are, because I did them. So self-love. A lot of you have been focused on this inward journey, and you'd know that if you've been watching my readings for the last couple of weeks around self-love. How do we get to this place? Self-love isn't, it's a bit like happiness. It's just this, this content feeling, like it comes from a place of what we feel about ourselves. And we find that when we're being our most truest, purest version of ourselves, okay? And so a lot of people are seeing this. I feel like a lot of you are there already. So really, if anything, you're well on track. Okay, you're on track. You're on course to this journey here around self-love. And you know that because a lot of people have been saying to you lately, "What have you done? You look really good. You may have lost weight." Because you've had a shift and change in diet, or you've started hitting the gym harder, or you started exercising. You've done something that has transformed you physically, and your physical appearance hasn't gone unnoticed. And you know this because people are giving you feedback or actually saying to you, and they just, if they haven't seen you for a while, I feel like they're saying to you, "You've just done something. You know, what is it?" They're just noticing, I'm going to use that word again because it's a buzzword. They're noticing your glow up, okay, because you've got your glow up going on. Right, the next one is heart-led. Okay, so this is around you really, for you to be in the space that you're in around this inward journey, this self-love, this healing, because you've been wounded for quite a long time, I'm hearing. Instead of using your mind to focus on how you get things done, where like just getting shit done, being in that real getting shit done masculine sort of energy all the time, I feel like a lot of you realize that for you to get to this place of self-love and self-healing, you had to let your heart guide you and lead you instead of your mind, which is what you're used to doing. So a lot of you took that step back and just something just took over you one day where you're like, I'm just going to let my heart lead the way here. And when that happened, you noticed a massive shift and a massive change in your life. Like just literally overnight, it all happened for you. Whatever your idea was, it grew wings and flew. Okay, and now you're on that journey because you're following your heart. I'm seeing here a lot of you have been very conscious around, and remember back here, I've mentioned around that physical change and that transformation you're going through. That's because a lot of you have, as part of this inward journey and focusing on all things you've recognized that you haven't been doing such a great job of filling your own cup, looking after yourself properly in the way that you have needed to. And I'm talking about things like just self-care routines, like your skin, your hair, taking that time out to have some nice bubble baths if that's your thing, or going and having a massage, just really pampering and nurturing yourself. So this collective here that I'm talking to, if you have a look at that first reading, a lot of you have come out of a relationship, put things on pause, in a separation, thinking about it, but sort of still distanced yourself from someone. And this has been when you've actually been able to come back to yourself and now focus on self-care routines, because you haven't bloody been able to do it for a long period of time. This person robbed you of that. Okay, they were robbing you of your energy and your peace and that time for you to go and nurture yourself and take some time to focus on moving your body, your well-being, sticking to a good diet. So now you're just really glowing, like your hair, your skin, your everything. You're looking great because you've been inwardly focusing on your health. Soul contracts. Okay, so soul contracts is a really interesting one, and this is why I just had to put it in this healing deck. So soul contracts is about before you were put here on this earth, okay, you had a soul team, a spirit team that you made an agreement with before you came down. Okay, so this happened long before you came down onto earth, and that agreement was you wanted to have experiences when you came into this lifetime. And so for those experiences to happen, there were other souls that needed to agree to be part of this whole soul contract and agreement with you. Okay, not just people, but situations, countries, even environments that you found yourself in. Think of, I'm going to throw it out there because I've listened to an awesome book on this, and it's about soul contracts. Think of someone like Helen Keller. Okay, she was sent to this, she wanted to have the experience of what it was like to experience life in the body of someone who was blind and had a number of different challenges and difficulties and disabilities, okay, restricting her in her life if she allowed it. But when she had her meeting with her fellow soul companions, they all agreed that who would be her parents. She had the best parents ever. They agreed on who would be her teacher. They agreed on the different challenges and things that had to happen to her in order for her to find herself, and also all of her people that she had these soul contracts with. So the same thing applies to you. You've made an agreement with your soul team about the experiences that you'd like to have in this lifetime. The question is, do you know what they are? And if you do know what they are you living up to your side of to your side of the bargain and what you've agreed on? So some heavy stuff there with that soul contracts card, but it'll get your mind thinking. So have a good think about that, and you don't need to solve it all over in one night or even in a couple of days, because I know that I've given you a lot of food for thought with that card. Now the last card that has come up is opening doors. Okay, so because you've been so focused on your inward journey and self-love, self-healing, getting your glow up on, being authentic and true to yourself, you've led with your heart, which has really opened you up, and therefore helped to open these doors. You're focused on your health, your body, your movement, your well-being, emotionally, physical. So all parts of you and yourself are aligned, therefore creating this clear channel so that you are now in flow with yourself the way that you should be, okay, because you've been blocked for a long time. And then soul contracts. So because you've been so focused on all of these beautiful things going on over here, doors have opened for you, or and are still opening, okay? You're creating opportunities for yourself because you're so in flow with where you're at this time in your life. So there we go. That's tonight's healing card message from the Oracle of Manawadua cards. And yeah, I hope that you've enjoyed this message, and good luck with everything that's going on out there with you. You're doing a beautiful and sensational job, and the message and the healing and the love that you're giving to everyone. All right, love you and good night. One more message after this.